So example 2, we're going to be combining expressions vertically. Any order, any grouping allows us to write sums and differences as vertical math problems. If we want to combine expressions vertically, we can align their like terms vertically. So A says, find the sum by aligning, which means lining up, the expressions vertically. Vertically means up and down. Remember, it means up and down. Okay. Find the sum by aligning the expression vertically. And we have 5a plus 3b minus 6c plus 2a minus 4b plus 13c. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to rewrite the problem with our terms. 5a plus 3b minus 6c plus, remember your parentheses, 2a plus minus 4b plus 13c. Now with that, what we can do is we can go ahead and line up our like terms. 5a, 2a, and we create a plus right here. I'm going to go ahead and put a line down so that we know what we're doing. Okay. And this is plus 3b, and we have our minus 4b. Now you see, now that explains why we made the 4b a minus, because you can see what it will immediately do to our 3b. Plus, parentheses again when you have a minus, minus 6c plus 13c. So we know that we're going to have a c down here. This has to be 7. Remember, a negative and a positive will always be positive. So we know that 3 plus minus 4b has to be 0. So we just have b and this plus. So it only ends with 1b. That's it. And it's a minus b because, of course, 3 minus 4 becomes a negative. This becomes 7a. Okay. Now that was a little difficult, so we're going to try b together. We'll try this again. Remember that adding the opposite is equivalent to subtraction. It's the same thing. If you add the opposite, it's the same thing as subtraction. You're just using a different method to get to your answer. So once again, we're going to rewrite our problem here. Don't forget your parentheses. 2x plus 3y plus, excuse me, actually, that was wrong. That is a minus. Sorry, guys. Minus 4, parenthesis, minus, your parentheses again, 5x plus 2. Okay. And actually, the 2 should be a minus 2. So it's minus 2. Line up your like terms, remember. So we're going to go ahead and create a line and make our plus symbol. And then we're going to go ahead and go to x. And we have a, this should actually be a minus 5x. Pardon me. We're going to have minus 5x this is plus, and there's nothing down here, but we'll go ahead and put something here, 3y, because remember this only has two numbers, whereas this has 3 numbers. So this is essentially nothing. So then we can leave the space blank. But then we have our plus symbols again. This is minus 4 and minus 2. So starting backwards again from the end of the problem, we have minus 6, because 2 negatives will always equal a negative. 3y just simply comes down, so this is going to be minus. We're actually not going to use parentheses this time. It's going to be 3y minus 6. 3y minus 6 plus, because we bring down our plus symbols, (2x) plus minus 5x is minus 3x. So there's your final answer. Adding the opposite is equivalent to subtraction. Remember that. And keep in mind that you can't actually completely solve this because you have an x here and a y here. So there's no way that you can combine these terms. You've combined all of your x's, all of your y's, and all of the terms that do not have a letter beside them. And that's as far as you can go. So remember that equations we solve, and expressions we simplify. These are expressions we are simplifying.